You know, I think the people of this state are fiercely independent. That's why they like Colorado, and in many cases, that's why they came here.
It's a great state. You know, think about how beautiful it is. We got the mountains, we have the high plains and farming out here. We've got the Four Corners Mesa Verde area. This is clearly the best state in the Union.
Greg Brophy is a fourth-generation Coloradoan. He grew up north of Ray, in the sandhills of eastern Colorado. Greg still farms the family land that his grandmother staked as a homestead. She was a tough frontier woman who raised 7 children, all on her own. A life on the land, defined by hard work and a close-knit family. Passed down generation to generation. Lessons learned here formed the man Greg Brophy would become. What some people might call struggle, he calls a great way of life.
I didn't really think that we were poor, but in retrospect, our standard of living back then, it would have been pretty bleak. We actually lived in an old house that was, rickety by today's standards. Yeah, I was the first person in my family to go to college. Mom and Dad didn't have any extra money at all. So, it was pretty clear I had to put myself through school. And I did that. That's why I was working in the cafeteria where we met, for crying out loud. Sometimes I'd work up to 30 hours a week because I just needed the money. Then I'd work on a neighbor's big farm in the summer, about 100 hours a week, just again, to make the money.
On the journey of life, Greg would meet and marry his soulmate, Angela, over 23 years ago.
My parents are in love. They are that cute, gross, sappy love that everybody wants to have. And I love knowing that they just want to be together. They want to spend time together.
Our favorite place to be is together.
Greg adores his wife. You know that when you see Greg's wife around, Greg is surely to follow with a smile on his face.
A father of 3, Megan, Jordan, and David. Family has always been Greg's top priority.
He's an awesome dad. I love watching him with the kids. Just makes me fall in love with him all over again every time.
His 2 daughters and David, his son, are pretty much the light of his life. He's very proud of them, as he should be. They're good kids.
I'm immensely proud of my father. It's really cool to see the things that he says, and to know that what he believes in, he stands up for no matter what the media or anybody else is going to say.
He's just an amazing man. He's very thoughtful. He's very passionate about what he does. He really cares about it. It's not for his personal glory. He really cares about our state and the people in it, and our friends and our neighbors, our families, and that's why he does it.
Coming from a small town, Greg knows your reputation is all you have. Keep your word and always deliver. It's the way he lives his life.
Greg Brophy possesses the wisdom to lead, the creativity to be innovative, and the integrity to be trustworthy with all of those things. That's a pretty unique combination that we don't find in very many leaders, especially right now.
He's a common sense, intelligent, pretty good egg.
When you live in a small town, in a rural community, everybody knows if you're all hat and no cattle. And if you mislead somebody, everybody knows about it and they don't forget. And if you don't do your homework, then you get a reputation as being someone who isn't thoughtful about things.
People respect that you do what you say you're going to do, and that you shoot straight with them, that you are honest, and that you have integrity, even if they disagree with you.
You know, I've always been known as a guy who says it like it is and stands by his word.
If you say X, you need to do X. And if you do something different, then you lose their trust and you probably never get it back.
The problem that we have as Republicans, if you look at the polls, most people think we're the party of no. We have to overcome that. We have to be the party that's out there all of the time offering solutions to the problems that we face. We can do that. We have some really smart people in this party.
We have a state that is very divided. That's because the state has been polarized by the Democratic leadership in Denver, because they're going after the extreme issues and not the kitchen table issues that matter to everybody, like jobs, the economy, and education and roads, the things that everybody cares about and everybody thinks government should be working on. And that's what we need to get back to, kind of a no drama state legislature that runs good schools and creates opportunity for people in this state.
It's understandable that people in Colorado don't trust politicians. For instance, the governor tells us one thing while he's running for office and does something completely different once he's elected. He stopped working on the things that people cared about. That breeds distrust. Coloradans deserve better than that.
If you know Greg Brophy, then you know this. He'll stand up and fight for what he believes in. On the front lines of every bill that mattered every day. A legislator with a common sense perspective. One of the state's most conservative. Hard-charging, outspoken conservative. Courageous, innovative, brave. On the front lines for freedom.